Yes, guys, welcome to Boxing Blogs at the home of Nigeria and African boxing. So, first of all, I want to give a big shout out to all of you guys who always tune in whenever I go live. You know, right here on BBC, we give you guys nothing but extraordinary bangers, okay? If you not see me now, say, let me know so I will know that my thing day intact. So, Tyson Fury demanding for more dough, more money, to fight Anthony Joshua. Some people are gonna say, how is he doing that? I mean, where did you get that from? Well, Tyson Fury conducted an interview. Of course, he was at the MTK Global event last night. You know, someone like some people, they don't have to tell you that something is wrong before you even know it's wrong. If you're a guy that read minds, you know, Tyson Fury, you know, is saying totally different stuff. This guy is basically lying, saying, I've stopped training. What's his name again? This Emmanuel Stewart's brother. He's gone back to Las Vegas or whatever the guy's from. I don't know. He's gone back there to America, and then the guy asked him, the reporter asked him, like, when was the last time you sparred? He said, last night, yesterday. Bro, this guy is a walking contradiction. But according to some inside info, though, said one of our brothers that gave me information, I don't know how true this is, but it seems like Tyson Fury is trying to make, like, Tyson Fury wants more money. He wants Frank Warren, you know, compared to Joshua, Fury has to pay like 3 or 4 people. Like those guys, they have their own cut from his fighting fee. For example, like he's still like Frank Warren he still works with Frank Warren. Frank Warren I think he still has a deal with Frank Warren with Top Rank and we MTK Global. So he basically has to pay those guys. And then I say, listen, they should deduct, their percentage from the pos. You know, he wants that because for like compared to Joshua only has to pay Eddie Hearn and his management team. Finish. Fury has to pay a lot of people, so he's now saying like, listen, he's mad at Frank Warren and Bob Arum. That's why he's saying different stuff. He's just basically contradicting himself. You know, Bob Arum is saying that, listen, the contract is already there, everything is settled. Frank Warren is saying the same thing. Tyson Fury is saying a totally different thing. One, because he wants a tune-up fight, and Top Rank have told him, listen, we're not giving you a tune-up fight. We've spent more than 100 million on you, but we want our money back. I mean, of course, you know, boxing is a business. It's not a charity organization. You know, so that is really getting to like show right now Fury resilience. Okay, he's now like resisting from signing that contract. That's why the contract hasn't been signed yet. Fury is the one holding it up because Bob Arum is willing to sign, Frank Warren willing to sign, MTK Global and the other guys who are supposed to sign. Fury is saying, listen, how will I fight Anthony Joshua for all this money and all those guys have to deduct their percentage from it like usual? I said, no, I don't want it. This is what this guy is doing. And I think he's a bad look. I mean, he's a bad look, and it's just what it is, man. Anyway, let's listen a little bit to the interview. This guy, you can see that this guy is basically contradicting himself. He's the master. Like this guy's he's a pure liar. I mean, listen, it's so funny. This is why me and the far right British fans, we can never get along, because when I see something, I speak it out. Okay, why the far rights from Britain, when they see something, they rather hide it in terms of not speaking out. Tyson Fury fanboys, how many of them are speaking out? No, almost all of them are mute. Okay, they are afraid to. They don't want to speak out against their master. They say, oh, if I speak out, I'm not gonna have access. Just imagine Joshua said what Tyson Fury, said, or Joshua is saying the same thing. Like, bro, the media, the British media, the racist British media will nail Joshua to a cross. And that is how dysfunctional the British society is. And this is why I always say that the British public don't like to speak the truth. Some of them do speak the truth, but the majority keep mute when it's not to their favor. This is why we have BBC right here to speak the truth. They said that in Britain, BBC is not trusted. Bro, I'm a different type of BBC, you know what I mean? Like, I don't trust I remember growing up in Nigeria and watching BBC, and I used to watch so many nice things. Like, they used to show me so many good things about the UK. I used to watch it on TV, and I used to think that's how the UK is. But it's not, bro. Like, it's way deeper than that, bro. These guys are even more like I don't want to use the racist word, but there are more supremacists in the UK than America. They just know how to hide it. This is why we are speaking right now. Tyson Fury fans should be ashamed of themselves right now. You are not speaking out against Tyson Fury. This guy is basically giving us a sign that this guy wants more money from Frank Warren and Bob Arum, and he wished he never signed that $100 million deal. He's saying, oh, I will never fight in the UK anymore. I will never fight in the UK anymore. Do you know the reason why Fury don't want to fight in the UK? Do you guys know why? Because there is an ongoing investigation regarding his past PED usage. That is the fact. And Fury don't want to go to no trial. He don't want anybody to investigate him. He knows what he did. And this is why when I come here and speak about it, I don't care. I don't want to be friends with Fury or Team Fury or whatever. I'm Nigerian, okay? And I support my people. Finish. I don't want to be friends with another person. If a Nigerian don't like what I'm saying, then Siebapo, like our Igbo brothers will say, Siebapo or Meshonude. Finish. I love in Vietnamese. So I'm just saying, if a Nigerian don't like what I'm saying right now, speaking of fact, guy, it's just easy. You know what I mean? If you don't like what I'm saying, like just mention or like unsubscribe. Because it's so crazy that I see, you know what pains me the most? What really hurts me the most is that I see some Nigerians from the UK. Maybe they're born in the UK. They come to this channel and say, "Who, bro? Why you behave like this? You're just bashing Tyson Fury. You're just bashing the UK. He's not so. He's not this." Then show me otherwise. How come when Joshua, even if Joshua coughs, the UK media, the British media, especially that of Tyson Fury fans, and of course the right side, the far right supremacists, they take everything you just say and they start, spinning the narrative. But Fury is basically just contradicting himself right now, and nobody's talking about it. The only UK media that talk about it is Sporting Icons, and that's because Sporting Icons is a reasonable guy. Sporting Icons is not a guy that you're gonna like. He's not a guy that he's a pro UK guy, but he's not a guy that's gonna just keep his mouth shut when he sees something is going wrong. Like when he see that Fury is not doing what he's supposed to do. The other guys are not saying anything. They're just quiet. They're just like catering to Fury because they know if they talk smack about Fury, they will miss out on on interviews or special passes. I don't care about Fury. I don't care about Fury. I don't care about Fury. I don't even wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, if I talk this about Fury, I'm not gonna get this. I don't care about it. I don't care about that. And I don't care about people that don't care about me either. Especially if you're a Nigerian and I ask you for an interview and you say, "Oh, bro, guy, F you." You defeat me. Like, I do this for the passion, for the love of the boxing. I do this for the love of boxing, because if I don't do it for the love of boxing, guy, for the time you say, I'll tell someone, go subscribe to this. I'm going to upload video maybe once in a while and other stuff. Nothing. So, anyway, though, make with different. Let's listen to Fury. Let's listen to the guy because I don't want to call him chameleon. Is he a chameleon now? Not yet. I'm not calling it a chameleon yet, but he's a very I think he's I don't know, man. The guy's a liar. The guy lies a lot. He lies a lot. Let's take a look at it, guys. Hold on.
No, I'm not training anymore.
No?
I packed in
I see no.
and get there.
Listen to Fury, guys. Listen to Fury.
Do 6 rounders and stuff, and get out and be active and get under the lights again and get the ring rust away.
Has that been frustrating for you, Tyson? Because you were quite busy for a while, and all of a sudden it's been a bit
3 years out
of
the ring, and then I came back and had a few fights back to back, 3 or 4 fights.
I seen them.
Yeah, and then I've been out the ring again for a while. So
yeah, that's what I mean.
Back to square one again, basically.
And how does that make you feel? Are you like itching to go now, or?
No, I'm not training anymore.
No?
I'm packed in at the moment. Yeah. I'm not training no more. I've never stopped training since December 2017, and even after these world title fights, I train the next day.
Yeah.
I go running 10 mile on stupid things and do a million press ups and circuits, and I'm in the gym sparring and messing around. So I'm having some time away from the game at the moment because, like I say, I've been ready to fight since I beat Deontay Wilder last year. So I've had no success in getting another fight, which is not down to much, it's down to the COVID and a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, at the moment I'm just concentrating on getting me 10 pints of Stella to 12 every day.
You're looking lean in the face. It doesn't
But
look.
what it is, I'm not really eating through the day, so yeah, I'll make up for calories at night time.
Well, if that's to go to Team AJ into getting this done, then maybe that's another step.
Listen,
Where are we?
I could drink 14 pints of beer and still give AJ an hiding. No problem.
So when's that going to be? Who knows? Where are we at?
You tell me. I think everyone in the building knows more about this fight than I do, actually. Apparently it's done, it's signed, we've got a date, venue, we know how much we're getting. News to me, I don't know jack. I don't know anything. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not even training anymore now. I've stopped training. Sugar Hill's gone home. He went home in November, end of November.
Liar.
Andy Lee's gone
You're
home.
a liar.
I've packed up, I'm having a rest. I'm burnt out, done too much. I need a rest mentally and physically and emotionally.
You got to spend all that money, haven't you, mate?
I wish I had some money. I've not made any money since over a year ago. Got a lot of people to pay, a lot of overheads, a lot of hands holding out who need feeding. So come on, give the Gypsy King a break. Let me fight.
You heard it.
Is that sunk in?
A lot of hands holding out.
Performance against Wilder. I know you were telling us all about it. No one believed
I told you guys.
No, everyone thought you could win. No one believed you could do that.
Yeah.
Have you had time to take stock? I know it's been a long time now, but
it doesn't. It's a boxing fight to me. Whether I beat someone in this ring over 8 rounds, or beat Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua, whoever, it's just a boxing fight.
So you haven't sat down and gone like?
No, not really. I always said from the beginning, from being a little boy about 2-year-old, about that big.
Upon my size.
I always said what I could do, what I couldn't do. If given the opportunity, and I've had the opportunities, and I've delivered every single time. And there's been time and time again, like most of my fights I was supposed to lose them. People said, "Oh no, you lose this guy, you lose that guy, and he won't be able to put his hands down here, he won't be able to put his hands behind his back, showboat, he won't be able to do this and do that." But I keep proving them wrong. So I've only got, what have I got left now? I'm 32 years old. I'm at the tail end of my career, getting too long in the tooth for this game. I need to just fight whoever's available out there, Joshua, Wilder, White, whoever's available to have a dust up with me. See, if I'm looking for a challenge, I've been searching the world for 13 years as a professional to find a man who can better me, and I just can't find him. Even if I go away on a way soil and give all the odds away, still can't beat me. I'm like the bionic action warrior. I can't be beat.
It sounds like you just want to fight. I mean, if we've been told that everything has been agreed and it's just a matter of choosing a venue, a time and a place, and that's the last hurdle to be clear. Who are your lines of communication? Who
right
with?
At the top of the tree.
So
right at the top of the tree. Straight from the
to-
horse's mouth. And I don't know anything about no fights, so there you have it, straight from me.
So when's the last time you spoke to, say, Bob, for example?
Yesterday.
And that
Robert Davis, my lawyer, who's on to everything every single day, is having sleepless nights. Spoke to him this afternoon.
Are you tired? Are you a bit tired of it?
I'm not tired of it. It's a part of the job, isn't it? But like I say, I'm not training anymore until I get a date and they say, right, you're going to be fighting in June 15th, Antarctica. Then I'll go back into training camp I only need 6-7 weeks training anyway for these bums, and that's it. You know, I don't need knowing big, great sparring partners for a methodical bodybuilding typ guy.
You have
I
said
just need the local bin men and firemen and local strongmen.
you have said though that you come fight night, whenever that is. Fingers
I'm ready
crossed.
to go tonight. Ready. I'm in shape, fit. I've trained all my life.
Would you have liked another fight?
I'd fight tonight, tomorrow, next week, the week after, next month. I've been calling for a fight for over a year now.
When was the last time you sparred?
The last time I sparred yesterday. So I've been sparring the whole time. Like, sparring is not an issue.
Fury is a liar. This guy is a pathological liar.
Do I need sparring? Do I need fights really?
Whoa! You guys heard it. Whoa! And yet you see all those UK guys coming here and saying, oh, well, BBC, why are you saying that about Fury? Fury is this, Fury is that, Fury is that. Bro, we all know that Fury is a liar. Like, this is not about... Listen, bro. This guy basically wants more money. He wants Bob Arum. Because Bob Arum is not giving in to his demands, you know. Bob Arum, of course, a very smart man. He's been in the game for more than 40 years. So this guy wants, because he has a lot, he said there's a lot of mouths to feed. What's he saying? He's talking about Bob Arum, Top Rank, you know, Frank Warren, MTK Global, and some other guys that he has to pay. Joshua, in Joshua's case, is different, you know, because he knows that money he's going to get, a lot of it are going to be going to those guys, you know. You cannot really blame them because Top Rank, ESPN, they signed a $100 million deal with Tyson Fury. Like, that is not free. I mean, they didn't sign you just to fight Otto Wallin, Tom Schwartz, and Deontay Wilder once and then finish. No, they signed you because they saw the potential, the potential fight with Joshua. Because they know that's where the money is. And Fury is not backing. He's not backing away from that, saying, "Oh, now he wants more money from these guys." He's not happy with Top Rank because they get a lot of money from that fight. You can't say that about Joshua. Joshua only has Matchroom and 258 MDT, 258 MDT. That's it. Joshua don't have to pay another person of scale. Of course, his team is going to have to pay his team, but that's a different case. That's different entirely. Compared to the percentage that Top Rank and Frank Warren are getting from this fight when it happens is a lot of money. I'm telling you, the refight right here is a lot of money. Okay, so Fury is like, because he's the one holding the contract down right now. He doesn't want to sign that contract. Anyway, let me invite our brother right here to give his take. Ibrahim, are you there with us? Are you there, brother?
Yo, bro, I'm here, man. I'm here.
How you doing, bro? How you doing? What's up?
I'm not too bad, man. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. How London? How London for that side? How on that side day? So for that side.
Bro, London just got a whole lot colder, man, because of this news, bro. London just got a whole lot colder.
What news? You mean from this? Because of what Tyson Fury said it or what?
Yes.
Yeah, bro. Continue.
Bro, listen. You see what it is, yeah? In terms, I can never knock a fighter for trying to get more money. Do you know what I'm saying? I can never knock a fight. At the end of the day, he's the one who's going in there. He's the one who's risking his life, yeah? And he's the one that should be getting paid the lion's share. Obviously, he's going to get the lion's share. But listen, by the time he pays 10% to Bob, 10% to Frank, 10% to MTK, I don't know whether his advisor, Kinahan, is getting something, let's say a little 5%. By the time you do all that, you're down to 50%. Right? And let's not forget these guys jealous of
bro.
AJ.
I don't think it's 10% because, bro, do you know that Top Rank signed a $100 million deal with Tyson Fury? They didn't sign it. They didn't sign that deal with him just to fight the likes of Tom Schwartz and finish. No. You know that.
100%. No. We're talking two different things. If you remember before, I mentioned that there might be a rift between Tyson Fury and Bob Arum. I mentioned that because it didn't make sense when your promotion team is coming out and saying, this is what the situation is, we're done, and then you're coming out and saying, nah, I don't even know what's going on. Listen to that interview. He's basically saying, I've spoken to Bob and I don't have a clue what's going on. How is that physically possible? When Bob has come out and told us all what's going on. How can we know more than Fury? Bob Arum has told us that everything is done. So when Fury is coming out and saying, I don't know anything, obviously we know Fury is chatting shit. Obviously we know that. Do you know what I'm saying? The hold up is Fury. I don't know what the situation is. I'm just following the narrative that you're saying. Let's just play and say that's the situation. If that's the case, I'm trying to speak on that. What I'm saying is, we know the normal management fees is 10%. Trainers' fee is 10%. I even forgot about the trainer fee. That's over 10%.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So by the time he literally finished paying all these people, he's down to 50%, which is half of what AJ is getting. And when you look at someone's personal jealousy and, towards AJ, he's thinking this guy's already just been announced as $100 million man, yeah, in the UK, the first guy to do it, which I'm sure that would have been a bit of a dagger to Fury's heart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he would not have liked that at all. So that's one thing. And now, for the same fight, even though he's gone with you 50-50, you're not still going to get 50% of what he's getting, right? And I don't know, but it would actually make sense when AJ's coming out saying, when you're ready, come see the boss. Yeah, which is like a little stab in the wound. AJ's seen the wound and he's put a little knife in and twisted it because he's like, listen, little man, you go see all your bosses. You lot arrange whatever you lot need to arrange. When you lot done, come see the boss in it. Like, I'm the boss. You get me? When you're ready, just bring it over to me. I'm my own man. I'll sign my damn contract. You see what I'm saying? Like, he maybe it was a little, AJ just rubbed the little, like the psychological mind game from what I've seen so far. AJ's been winning, and you could almost directly see the impact that is having on Fury. Like it's almost like a direct correlation, because Fury just been getting broken down, and his demeanor, his negativity towards this fight has just been getting progressively worse. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you can literally see that AJ's definitely winning the battle of the minds, and like I said, we don't know. This is speculation, but if that's the case, I can see that being something that Tyson Fury would hate. And once again, like I said, I'm not knocking the fighter trying to get the most. You see what I'm saying? If that's the case, then his team should have a look at it and be like, listen, guys, we're all, when was the last time Bob Arum got a share of $100 million fight? Like, let's be real about this.
Yeah, been a long time though.
Do you see what I'm saying? So even if man cut down to like 5% or 7%, listen, bro, you're still making more money from this guy than you have done from probably all your fighters in the last 10 years. I'm talking as in one single fight. Do you see what I'm saying? Let's be real. Like, it's true. And at the end of the day, the fighters are the ones getting in the ring. So if that is the situation, then them lot should be looking to cut the money down. But from the business side, I'm a businessman. Yeah? From a business side, bro, you signed that contract to it. Like, you signed that contract. So if you look at Dillian White, for example, look at the way Dillian White is with Matchroom. Dillian White doesn't have a contract with Matchroom.
Yeah.
Fight per fight basis, right? You know what I'm saying? That's a businessman. And listen, he's probably going to spend the rest of his career with Matchroom because where is he going to get a better deal? Like, Dillian, you think Dillian will be getting all the fights he's getting right now?
Well, Frank Warren was interested in Dillian White.
But Dillian wasn't interested in Frank Warren. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everyone's interested in Dillian White, but he's not going to be interested in them. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows where his bread's buttered, as we'll say in Nigeria. He knows where his bread's buttered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like that's just the reality. If you look at AJ, look at AJ's deal with DAZN. Why do you think AJ was able to make 83 mil in his return fight against Ruiz? If he had signed a long-term deal with DAZN, he wouldn't have been able to make that deal. But because he's doing the fight by fight basis, DAZN had to come with certain money and be like, okay, we want this fight, so you got to pay for the magnitude of the fight. But once you've got a contract, you're in the contract. Do you see what I'm saying? And Tyson Fury, as much as he wants to, listen, I do think Tyson's a smart man, which is why I'm surprised how he's actually got himself into the situation that he's in. Do you see what I'm saying? But he was also coming from a position of not a lot of power. If you really think about it, he was coming from a position of not a lot of power and a lot of.
Tyson Fury doesn't have anything to say right now. Like he just has to sign it. Like I mean, it's not like Joshua. Joshua has the box, and he's not. Like he's just. I mean, that for him, I think that is like. I mean, his time he hears just say I'm the boss. You know, he's like, what the hell?
That would have
I'm
killed him.
supposed to be that
That would
guy.
have killed
I'm
him.
supposed to be that guy.
Exactly. And that I know that would have killed him. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's why Joshua even said it. Maybe that does make some sense, because that would have been a dagger to Fury's heart when he heard that. It would have killed him because he knows it's true. You know what I'm saying? The truth hurts, as they say. So, like, at the end of the day, the reality is Fury signed that contract. He signed the contract. So he's ultimately going to have, because if he just wants to play this out, then that means he's never going to fight AJ, because he's only got 2 fights left. There is no way Bob Arum, especially if there's a rift in the camp, there's no way Bob Arum is going to give him 2 touches now, because after those 2 touches, Fury ain't going to resign with him. That's the reality. So Bob Arum is also, we know how Bob Arum plays. He's also going to string this out, which means this fight is not looking good. Bob Arum is going to string this out because, I mean, from a business side, I'm fucking with Bob Arum, because you can't give. You've already given this guy touches anyway, so it's not as if Bob Arum has. They've given this guy 2.
And they paid a lot of money to fight Otto Wallen, bro. Like Otto Wallen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're paying you a lot of money for this contract. We gave you this contract. You weren't even really worth it. Because look at the first pay-per-view that Wilder Fury done. If that was AJ Wilder, how many millions do you think that?
Bro, million, like 3 million, bro.
Do you see what I'm saying? So, like, bro, you're not even bringing to them what the fuck you would bring to them. How many pay-per-view did Fury and Otto Wallen did?
Bro, that pay-per-view, was it on pay-per-view or on ESPN Plus?
I can't remember. Actually.
Is it the same though? Subscriptions like that. Okay. They didn't do enough numbers. Maybe 100,000 views. I don't know.
It was something like. So you just got to look at it and just be like, listen. And actually, I think it was ESPN Plus, because Tyson Fury was talking some crazy numbers of people who watched it. But yes, like, it's terrestrial TV. Because I remember him talking about the millions of people that watched the fight. But I'm like, bro, that's terrestrial TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like fighting on Channel 5. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, it doesn't really make sense. But, like, so from a business standpoint, you have to look at Bob. You have to be like, bro, like, I'm with you. It's like, come and give us back our money. We have invested in you. We didn't make no money really on that Deontay Wilder fight. We lost money. These guys were advertising on the flipping Super Bowl. Yeah, they pretty much either they lost money or they broke even on that fight. Yeah, the Otto Wallen fight definitely lost money. We've invested in you, bro, and now it's time for the chicken to come and hatch. You see what I'm saying? And now you want to start talking shit? You see what I'm saying? Like, are you crazy, bro? Like, we'll just leave you here to rotten.
Bro, you might be surprised. Someone just said in the live chat right here, I think this guy is Polite Precious. He said, Frank Warren said that the possible mega fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua may not happen until November. When did
Frank say that?
When did he say that?
I saw something. I can't remember who said
Is
that.
Is it the recent interview he did with Daniel Dubois or something like that? I didn't even watch that interview. Maybe I have to go watch it back. Yeah. So, but like, let's say if that was the case, what do you make of that statement, bro?
It would make sense. If that's the case, it would not make sense for us.
It would make sense. Like, how will it make sense?
No, I'm saying it would make sense based on what we're seeing. I'm not saying it makes sense based on what should happen and what we want.
But you know, if that's the case, listen, if that's the case, a lot of fans are going to descend on Fury. I mean, 100%. I'm not saying the British fans, because the British fans tend to be so favorable. They tend to be very biased towards Fury. I'm talking about the world boxing fans.
I don't know though, because like Fury is getting it right now. I'm not hearing
bro,
coming out to defend
getting it from where? From like what are pro Fury fans saying right now?
Nothing.
Why are they not calling out Fury BS?
Because they're fanboys. That's what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying,
yeah, this something like that. Like too much fanboyism is not good. Like if this was to be Joshua, I will come back. I will come here and speak my mind. I wouldn't say because I'm a fan of Joshua. I'm not gonna. No, I will come here and say what I feel. It's the fact.
Okay. I see what you mean. I see what
No,
you mean.
so you need, like this is what we call like this is more. Let's just say for example, how many British media are really, going in on Fury right now? Other than
Bro,
other than Sport Nikons that is going in a little bit on him.
I was gonna say I saw Hatman release the video, but I haven't actually listened to, so I don't know.
Where
what
I watched the video with Atma, like the guy is he's sitting on the fence, He's not on the fence,
Hatman does
bro.
that sometimes.
It's not on the fence.
Just call it what it is, bro. I haven't heard this, so I don't know. But Hatman.
I mean, I like Atma, but he's sitting on the fence in this one, and I'm not feeling it.
Okay.
I know it's not. I know it's not Fury fan. I know it's not Fury fanboy, but it's not on the fence on this one. I'm not feeling it. But I'm talking about the British media. Like, let me tell you one thing right now. If it was the reverse, Joshua saying all those things and all those, what do you think the British media would do to Joshua?
Yeah, it would be savage. It would be savage right now. It would be savage right now. I've got to be real. It would be savage right now. The narrative would be completely different. But let's be real, bro. That's why AJ gets paid the big bucks. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we have to be real because look how many people hated me.
Bro, they've been trying to. The British media have been trying to ruin Joshua's reputation.
But bro, listen to
bro, from the Daily Mail, to Sun, and even Sky Sports sometimes. I remember when Joshua lost, even Sky Sports themselves was not, they weren't really giving Joshua the edge against Andrew in the second fight. They would say, oh, can he? They felt like they didn't believe Joshua anymore. This is what I'm saying. Compared to BBC, who came here, go rewatch my videos. Compared to BBC, who I came here and said, listen, Joshua's winning this fight. I'm backing him 100%. It's a fact.
I remember
so
that. And they were bomb chumming to Deontay.
Yeah, they were. He invited a lot of people to give their take.
I remember that.
All of a sudden,
Mr. They were ready to wash their hands.
All of a sudden, Mr. Peter, who live in the next area, had an opinion about boxing. Mr. Harry, Mr. Gerard, now James or whatever, now had an opinion about what Joshua should do. A guy that never trained before, who never been in the gym before.
Bro, I hear you.
That's what I'm saying. But now, Fury is doing all these things. These guys are not speaking up.
But bro, at the same time, what I'm saying with that is that's why when Fury fights, right? Fury might get 100, maybe 150, maybe 200,000 pay-per-view buys. When AJ fights, he's gonna get 1 million, 1.2 plus million pay-per-view buys, right? Like, it's that whether they want to see you win or lose, it don't matter, bro. Because you know what? You're still gonna pay that money to come and see me fight. Yeah. So like all the haters, I welcome it as well, innit? You see what I'm saying? It comes with it, and I think AJ understands that now because he was hurt after that Ruiz fight, but when you look at his energy in that interview after Pulev, he gets it now. And he's like, fuck you, I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? You're like, this is what it is, innit? I'm doing this now for me, innit? You know what I'm saying? This is about me now when I'm going to focus on myself. And I can see that energy in him and I like it because he's right. Fuck them. Do you know what I'm saying? I know what's in your heart. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I don't care, bro. But it is what it is. But you know what? You're still going to come watch me fight anyway. Whether you want to see me win or lose, you're still going to pay that money. Thank you very much. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it comes down to. So like, bro, I'm not even watching that too tough. What matters is everyone knows, even if they're silent, they know your boy has got fear in his heart. Your boy doesn't want this smoke. They know it. And me, personally, as a Pan-Africanist, I prefer that more, bro. Because you know it. Because sometimes when you think it's different because you still got this confidence, but now you know it. So I like that. Whether you speak or not, I don't care because in your soul, you know it. And us on the other side is giving us more fuel because we know it too. You see what I'm saying? So now we're like, yeah, you man are shook. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't care whether they're coming out to bash Fury or not. That's their problem. What we need to know and what we do or know is we all know the truth.
Yeah, brother, I do really like it. Is a fact. It's a fact. I must say, you've spoken nothing but facts, bro. We have our brother here, Adewale. Adewale, what's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, my good brother. Thank you for having me.
You're calling from Canada, Abi.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good, brother. So, what do you make of this? By the way, thanks for your super chat, donation. I appreciate it. I've not read it yet. I was like, let me give a shout out to the other guy that donated right here. Oh, Ronald Finkley. Ronald Finkley. Shout out to you, bro, for the super chat. Adewale, what do you make of this, bro?
Hey, man. See, first and foremost, yeah. Thank you, Ibrahim, for breaking it down from your perspective. I appreciate it. But I need to bring in a new perspective for you guys, okay? Because I am an avid Deontay Wilder fan. All right. So
I know you're the other fan. Don't need to tell me that
Yeah.
one. I know already. You already said it many times.
So this is what it is. The Fury Joshua fight is a very good fight. I don't mind saying that fight, but I strongly want Deontay to get his opportunity at the trilogy that Tyson Fury agreed to. But the funny thing is that when Tyson Fury decided not to fight Deontay in the trilogy, going for the Joshua fight, and then all these complications set up with his potential earnings, where top rank Frank Warren, they all seem to have a huge percentage of the revenue that's supposed to go to Tyson Fury, and that is making Tyson Fury develop cold feet and sign contracts. At the same time, I strongly believe that Tyson is not afraid of fighting AJ. I don't think that's the case.
Bro, nobody said Tyson's afraid, but he's afraid of losing to Anthony Joshua. That's a
Well,
fact. Tyson Fury is not afraid of fighting anyone, but he's afraid of losing that undefeated record to the unified heavyweight king of the whole goddamn universe, Anthony Joshua. Continue.
My brother, no problem. That's your opinion.
Not my opinion. He himself has said it many times. He's always said that he's always used that undefeated record as a bragging right, saying I'm undefeated. This guy, that guy are bombs. They've been defeated. They've been beaten. I'm undefeated. I want to retire. Even his dad has urged Fury to retire from boxing undefeated. To keep that undefeated record. What are you saying, bro? Continue.
Well, if he decides not to fight AJ, he's not going to make money because AJ brings a lot of money to the table. But
he already has millions.
What's that?
He already has millions. So.
But at the same time, we need not to sweep the fact under the carpet. And that fact is Tyson Fury is still in arbitration with Deontay Wilder.
Oh my God, my brother, how many times ago? How many times ago? Read this thing like Brian. What do you have to say to our brother Adewale? Adewale always bring this appreciation. My brother, how many times ago?
I'll let you finish. Give me 30 seconds.
Adewale, finish first. Finish first. No one finish
Give me
first.
30 more seconds, my good brothers. Give me 30 more seconds. So
No
listen,
wala,
man.
you get all the time to finish. No wala.
You remember that Tyson Fury was always saying, I'm never going to fight the Bronze Bomber. He disrespected the Gypsies. I'm never going to fight him again. He disrespected the Gypsies. And that was exactly when the mediation process was over. Tyson told the retired judge, that he's not going to fight Deontay, regardless what the outcome of the arbitration is. Now, all of a sudden, Deontay is coming back into the conversation in recent interviews. How come that is the case? You can't just sweep these things under the carpet. None of us here knows the actual details of what is going on. But if you add the pieces of the puzzle together, you can easily come to a conclusion that Deontay Wilder has a strong influence in what is preventing Tyson Fury from signing this contract.
Brian,
bro,
your response to that.
Yeah, please, let me come in. Bro, you have just gone from 1 to 100. You said if you add the pieces of the puzzle together, that it informs the idea or the fact that Deontay Wilder has a huge impact. Like, bro, come on, that's a huge leap. And I'll tell you why I say that. Now, you've just said the arbitration is over, right? Okay.
No,
So
the mediation is over, not the arbitration.
the mediation is over, not the arbitration. How do we know that? How do we actually know that?
Yeah, because it was all over the news about 1.5 months, about 6 weeks ago, that the mediation was over.
And
That
why,
was when
why hasn't Bob Arum used that as an excuse? Like, I want,
You've taken the words out of my mouth. But the reason I was asking that question is we don't know if the arbitration is not over because no one has come out and said that. What has been come out to be said is that that situation is over. That's what we have heard. Whether it's true or not, what we have heard is that situation is over. We haven't heard that it's still ongoing. So that's that one. And secondly, even if we play a game and say it's still ongoing, why is it that the fighter is the only one who is saying that? Because everyone else seems to be on the page that everything is done, we're ready to go. Everyone else except for the fighter. So to me, actually, the conclusion I come to is, well, if you're the only one, if it quacks like a duck and do whatever it does like a duck, then it probably is a duck, bro. Like, you're the only one who's quacking, who's making that noise. Everyone else is not making that noise. So to me, that's something you don't want this fight. You see what I'm saying?
Said, sorry, Ibrahim, bro.
Yes,
you know what you said? You said all the evidences point to Tyson Fury being the only person that is not in tune with making this fight happen. Because all the promoters seem to be on the same page.
Yes.
Anthony Joshua seems to be on the same page.
Yes.
But Fury, whom is a major ingredient in making that fight come to fruition, he's saying otherwise, pretty much.
Yeah. I understand that. I understand that. But bro, let me just say something. No. Let me just say something quickly before you say that. Like, at the end of the day, if you're cooking, yeah, all the other ingredients have a major part to do in the final result, right? Just because the one ingredient can't make it doesn't mean that all the stuff. So if I'm making, let's say I'm making pounded yam with the powder version now. I have my water, I have my pot, I have my pounded yam, and I have my wooden spoon to stir it. What's even missing? There's even nothing else missing, Seth. Okay, let me say there's no wooden spoon now to stir it, right? But all the ingredients are still there. Just because that wooden spoon is missing, or that wooden spoon is now a plastic spoon, doesn't mean all of a sudden that pot is not going to make pounded yam. Just because Tyson Fury is the anomaly, you can't make the anomaly the biggest indicator of the result. That's an anomaly. Everything else is on one page. He's the anomaly.
Very good analogy. I love
Adewale.
Yeah?
We have Mayo Joe in the house who wants to respond to you as well. About, are you there, bro? Unmute your stuff. Can you Adewale and Ibrahim, Mona mute as the guy they talk. Me respond. Okay.
Yeah, are you guys okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick one. Now, Adewale, did you listen to the interview between Barbershop Conversations and Bob Arum? I think it was last week or a couple of weeks ago. Now, Bob Arum stated clearly in that interview, he said that there is no arbitration, that Wilder has lost it. He's lost the case. There is nothing holding the fight between AJ and Fury. That's number one. You can actually just Google it on put it on Google or go on YouTube, and you can find that interview. And that conversation for me is, that statement is a big statement. I don't think that Bob Arum would actually come out to say something that serious if the case is otherwise. Now, that's my first point. The second point is Tyson Fury. I live in Ireland now, but I lived in the UK for 16 years, so I'll be a bit familiar with Tyson Fury in terms of what the press says about him. Fury is not stable in what he says. Everybody knows this. If Fury tells you good morning, you need to literally look out to be sure that it is actually good morning. Fury is a master game player. Fury is probably just looking at LDBC and even Deontay Wilder and just trying to get him excited. Fury is not going to fight Wilder. That's the truth. There is no fight between them as it stands. That case is gone. That fight is gone. So now, as regards Anthony Joshua, I'm talking about the fight between Fury and Joshua now. I did say, I think a couple of days ago that Fury is probably not going to take that fight. The reason why I thought he wouldn't take the fight was because, one, he's probably having a cold feet, or there is something with money. There is an issue with money. Because if you look on Fury's side, he's got about 4 or 5 people he has to pay. And he's been talking about money a lot in the past, in the last couple of days. He's been talking about money. Unless I see loads of money in my account, blah, 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 blah. But after that, there has been interview with his promoters to say that fight is going ahead. So as regards Deontay Wilder, listen, I'm not anti-Wilder or anything like that. But as far as Wilder is concerned in this situation, we should not even bring him into this equation as it stands, because he's not fighting Wilder next. They're going to make a huge financial loss if they do that. And they don't want to do that. Bob Arum don't want to do that. Frank Warren don't want to do that. They want to make money. They've lost money on Tyson Fury. That's the truth. We know this in the UK. They've lost money. They want to get the money back. The fight against Otto Walling and what's the other guy? Tom Short. They lost loads of money. They want to make this money. Say, Mike, thank you. They want to make this money back, and the only way they can make this money back is to have a mega fight where they're going to make proper profit. They're not going to make that profit in the third fight with Wilder, so they're not going to do it.
Give me a chance.
Adewale, your response.
Okay. So just give me 1.5 minutes. Please do not interrupt me.
Okay.
Please,
1.5 minutes. Okay. The rest, mute it. Mute him. Adewale.
Okay.
Adewale, you're in mind. Mute him.
My brother, I need you guys to understand. I love the fact that we can all disagree and agree, and nobody is showing any animosity. That shows that we are all extremely, intelligent people. Now, let's start off with the conversation about Tyson Fury. I'm trying to respond to your point now. You said something about Fury lost, the Fury's promoters lost a lot of money on his previous fights. Tyson Fury's fight against Deontay Wilder, generated the highest revenue in heavyweight boxing in the last 20-something years. Do you guys agree or not?
You said no interruption. Continue, brother. Finish first. Finish first. You said no interruption. So finish first. Then our brother Ibrahim will respond to you.
Respond. Perfect. Tyson Fury's fight, the second fight against Deontay, sold at least 850,000 pay-per-views at $75 per pay-per-view. And the Gate in Las Vegas generated the highest amount. I believe it broke the heavyweight boxing record in Vegas, whatever. Now, it shows clearly that the 2 biggest fights for Tyson Fury in the heavyweight division are Deontay and Anthony Joshua, without a doubt. Now, talking about the arbitration, none of us here is 100% sure about the details. I'm not going to believe Bob Arum. Bob Arum has a track record of lying. Bob Arum treated a lot of his past fighters in extremely terrible ways, from Manny Pacquiao. He's currently treating Teofimo Lopez and Terence Crawford like shit. He treated Floyd Mayweather like shit until Floyd Mayweather.
No use that shit, I beg, because of YouTube policies, new policies, I beg.
Okay, my bad.
Like X, you say like S, like something like that. Just say something.
Now, Bob Arum has a proven track record that will not make me trust him. Same thing, what's it called? Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn, in my opinion, he's one of the best promoters in the world, one of the biggest, but I don't trust him because he's an absolute liar as well. That's what promoters do. They lie. They lie to big up their fighters, especially their priced fighters, so that they can generate the most revenue from those guys. It's really that simple. So if Bob Arum had a conversation with Barber Shop Conversation, and he said, oh, we are no longer fighting Deontay, the contract expired on October 15th, Deontay has no case. How come the process of the mediation and arbitration was able to stop Tyson Fury from having a fight December 5th in the UK? How come? And also, how come Tyson Fury has decided to start mentioning Deontay Wilder's name all of a sudden again? Anything you have to say about this is all assumptions. It's all hypothesis. We don't know what the true answer is. And that's why we all just need to chill. When that fight happens, when the contracts are set and they start having the press conferences, then we know the fight is going to happen. But until that, I strongly believe that Deontay is having an upside in the arbitration process, and that is what is delaying the fight. Thank you, my good brothers. God bless.
Ibrahim, your response to that, brother.
I mean, the December fight, we don't really care about what happened there. If I'm being completely honest, we don't really care about what happened there, simply for the fact that that wasn't the age of fight negotiations. Since after that December situation, what we do know is Bob Arum has come out and said arbitration is done. Let's not forget, first of all, I think one of the guys mentioned on here that Bob Arum is a lawyer. So he knows he can't be coming. America is a very litigious country. He can't just be coming and saying whatever he wants to, right? So that's the first thing. Secondly, before the arbitration was done, Bob Arum was saying, we are in arbitration. We have got 2 weeks to make this arrangement. We are trying to agree this fight. They were trying to make a fight. What's not happened is the time days come to an end, and they told Deontay, your time's come to an end, bro. Why are you not piping up now? You see what I'm saying? The time is over. You weren't saying nothing when we were in that scheduled time. Now the scheduled time is over. Now you want to start piping up, like, give it a rest in it. Like, okay, the 2 biggest fights for Tyson, yes, Fury and Wilder. We're not really going to argue about that. It is. Are we trying to say that Wilder or Fury are bigger draws than AJ? Because even if we go with the numbers that you've just said, 850,000 buys at $75, that's a revenue of 63.7 billion. AJ made like 85 million by himself in the last fight. By himself, he made 85 mil. So, like, come on, like, that's never a conversation to be had. Like, in terms of the draws, it's not like, come on, we're in 2 different worlds. Hence why Tyson Fury even said, AJ is my retirement ticket. Anyone that fights AJ is a retirement thing. Like, let's be real. Why do you think Dillian White didn't accept the $5 billion, which he should have done? But he's thinking, no, let me go bang out Wilder or bang out Fury, and then I'll come fight AJ for Undisputed, because then I'm going to make retirement money. Like, this is what's happening. So, like, all those things, like, when it comes to the Wilder situation, it just doesn't make sense that that's the reason why this fight is being held up. I don't really understand where that narrative is coming from. Like, where is it coming from? He's no longer in NSC. His arbitration is over. They had a time to schedule that fight. That fight hasn't been scheduled. I mean, I don't even know. I'm not even going to get into that, but I'm like, who are these people that's even negotiating for Wilder? How do you let the time expire? It's ridiculous. Even the fact that you had to go into arbitration just shows that you're dealing with some dickhead team. Sorry, excuse my French. But what sort of team are you working with? And we know his team, because look at the way he's been managed. You know what I'm saying? They told this guy to turn down 120 million. I'm not trying to bash your guy, Adewale, but I'm just saying that the narrative that Wilder is the one in the controlling seat. And even if he was, what's that going to do with anything? That's got nothing to do with anything. What does the whole world want to see right now? Does the whole world, be real with yourself, Adewale? Let's just be real. Does the whole world right now want to see Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder trilogy? Or does the whole world want to see AJ Fury? Let's be real. Like, even if you were correct, like, what's the end goal? What's the point that you're trying to make? Oh, Deontay Wilder is in the driving seat. Okay, great. But what does that really mean? Does it mean anything? In the grand scheme of things, we've got the WBC heavyweight champion of the world versus WBO, WBA, IBF, IBO champion of the world, and we want an undisputed fight. Isn't that what we want for boxing? Is that not what we want? And then even if you're saying you want your guy to come in, let your guy then fight the winner of that fight. Whatever. You see what I'm saying? They're going to fight anyway. If AJ wins that fight, we know AJ's going to fight Wilder anyway. He's already said he wants to fight Wilder anyway, whether he's got the belt or not. Tyson Fury bringing Deontay Wilder's name into it. He's the only one bringing Deontay Wilder's name into it. We haven't heard Bob Arum. We haven't heard Eddie Hearn. We haven't heard Frank Warren. We haven't heard MTK. We haven't heard any of these guys mentioning. The reason why Tyson Fury is mentioning Deontay Wilder, because he's just throwing another year words in the spanner. He just doesn't want the AJ fight, bro. Like, maybe he wants it, but he doesn't want it right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it comes down to. So don't be following Fury's narrative and trying to spin off, that bit that he said. What were you lot saying last week before Fury said this? It would have been something else. But now that he's brought what he said, Wilder, you're now saying, oh, look, everyone is now slowly mentioning Wilder. Everyone is not slowly mentioning Wilder. Tyson Fury, who we've already accepted, is trying to duck this fight. He's mentioned Deontay Wilder. So that doesn't really bring a new narrative into this whole thing, because we already know he's trying to avoid. the AJ fight. So that's my thing.
Thanks, brother. I really do appreciate it. I want to give a big shout out to Ronald Finkley. By the way, Adewale, why did you time the guy out? Why did you time the guy out? Was it by mistake or what? I think it was a mistake. Anyway, Ronald Finkley, I'm going to make you a moderator. I'm trying to do that now, but I don't even know
It was
what.
a mistake, bro. Ronald Finkley, I apologize, bro. That was friendly fire. You get me?
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell? I'm trying to make this guy the. Wait, I will make the guy moderator soon. Don't worry. By the way, let me give a shout out to everybody. Like our brother, Truth Son in the house. Always spitting fire, saying that arbitration is LDBC speculation. Guy is chatting. They talk about you. It said AJ is a far big money draw than Tyson. The Illusion Fury. AJ is a deep guy, and deep sees who people are inside. It unsettles people who lie. Truth Son always speaking facts and speaking a lot of sense as well. It's like you have to definitely appreciate people's opinion here. Both the one that agree, both the one that don't. But anyway, I'm going to give a shout out to the people who are new here. I'm seeing a new wait. Rachel, she goes here. I think she's new to the channel. I've not seen a Polite Precious here before. I think he's new as well. Shout out to the guy. Let me have the guy. Yeah.
I think Polite Precious was here last time.
I didn't see it. Shout out to Nathan Levered, to Israel Lucan. The guy always has a different opinion to everybody. Now what for Israel Lucan?
No, but it's cool. But I want to understand how I've just asked him. I want to understand how he breaks down. Do you understand? Because it's interesting to get his viewpoint. Yeah. Because I also had a different viewpoint. The first time we ever spoke, I had a different viewpoint, right? So I want to understand where he's coming from, and he might change my mind if he gives me something. I'm like, actually, that makes sense. Because right now, I can't see it. Like, to me, it's very clear that you're saying everything to try and avoid this fight. You're the only one saying that. I'm saying because remember, generally, when people are trying to duck fights, the camp is kind of saying the camp are protecting the guy, and they're also going with that narrative, right? But in this situation, it's weird because his whole camp are saying there's no problem.
They won't do it. They want that.
Anyway, guys, I want to say big up to all of you guys. Go follow me on Instagram right here. Message me there, and you want to talk boxing, talk other stuff, And also, people who, if you know a boxer, any boxer. By the way, where are our Nigerian female boxer? Because there's one guy in America that needs two male boxers and one female boxer. So I don't know any Nigerian female boxer other than Eileen Joseph and Edith Ogoke. But all those ones are already they already have managers and all that. So if you're an upcoming female boxer and you're in Nigeria, get in touch. Someone in America wants to really. I think that female boxing in Nigeria is like non-existent. I don't know, man. Female boxing is like non-existent. We only have few of them, but I can't really blame them though. You have to blame the system. It's just crazy. Anyway, guys, follow me here, and God bless you all for subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate all of you, every one of you, and stay blessed, brothers.
Before you go, bro, I have one guy that I need to introduce you to. He goes by the name Femi Oyeleye. He fights out of California. He has a Mexican boxing promoter called I can't remember right now, but this man is about 9-0 super welterweight division. I'll send you the full details. He's ranked number 1 out of Nigeria super welterweight 154-pound division.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's very good. Like, do you and the guys talk?
Yeah, I actually talked to him on Instagram.
Okay, tell him to inbox me. You know, or send me the details. You know, I will inbox him. You know,
No problem,
I will DM him. You know, like let's get Nigerian boxers out there. Let's get another one out there. We have the likes of Akbajori out already. All this one. Let's get him out. Let's get him out, man. So God bless all of you guys. That's on the channel. I really appreciate all of you, bro. So about today. There's fight today. What are you guys gonna be watching it? Ibrahim, are you gonna be watching the fight tonight? The Chocolatito Estrada fight.
I'm more looking forward to the David Benavidez fight. I'm looking to see how it
Really? Okay. No problem.
goes.
Okay, bro. Thanks, brother. God bless
Yeah.
you. Cheers, bro.